Thank you for joining us for local coverage you can count on. I'm Jevin McCoskey, and we begin things today by turning things immediately over to meteorologist Hannah Ronner. It's a severe weather alert day in our area, so what should our viewers expect to see throughout the rest of the day?
Honestly, daytime for the beaches is going to be pretty uneventful. It's hot and humid outside already, but it is sunny right now. It is going to be evening and overnight showers and thunderstorms that are going to pack a punch. If we look right now, we have a level 2 risk across most of South Carolina, all of North Carolina and Virginia. It extends up into the mid-Atlantic, including parts of New Jersey and southern parts of Pennsylvania. Now, all three threats are going to be present here, so that's damaging wind gusts, hail, and even some small tornadoes. If we look at what's happening right now, there's currently no active severe thunderstorm warnings, minus the one that we saw just in Virginia right now. But right now, it's relatively quiet, keeping in mind that the afternoon is usually going to be the most active because you get a lot of your heat and humidity to peak during the afternoon. So activity will be ramping up across North Carolina shortly. For our part of North Carolina, looking closer to around 6 or 7 p.m. So evening time, the rest of your afternoon is going to be staying quiet. Seeing a small increase in some upper level clouds dipping down ahead of this front, but it is very sunny right now for the beaches, and temperatures are warmer than where we stood yesterday, a 2 to 7 degree difference. Unfortunately, these temperatures aren't crazy, but with the humidity being high, heat index values are back over 100. So it was really twofold for the impacts. Heat advisory level again, and then severe storms to come during the afternoon and evening. Winds are out of the south, not overly gusty, but especially along the beaches, getting winds around 20 to 25 miles per hour. As we head later into the day, it's not showing much for rain. For the beaches, you should start watching for rain around 8 or 9, but for inland, it should be a little sooner, between 6 and 7 p.m. We're going to have more details on that coming up.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. And for weather alert updates all the time, be sure to download the News 13 Storm Tracker app. It's free wherever you get your apps from. Funeral services are underway in Washington for the late Senator Lindsey Graham. Right now, you are taking a live look at the Capitol. Services began this morning with a special ceremony where Graham's casket was brought inside the building by an armed services body bearer team honoring his service in the Air Force. The next service will be held at the Washington National Cathedral. Graham's casket will be taken there for a funeral service beginning at 2:00 p.m. President Trump is expected to give a tribute during the service, and Dean Randy Hollerith will officiate the service.
This is a family who has lost someone they love, and they're grieving, and they're trying to find the best way to honor them. So there's this dual role that we go through, trying to honor what our country is seeking to honor, at the same time trying to take care of this family.
News 13 will live stream Senator Graham's memorial service at the National Cathedral on our WBTW Plus app. It's free to download on your Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV. Following today's services, the late senator will begin his final journey back to South Carolina. Funeral services will begin around 10:45 tomorrow morning, with a procession starting at the south side of the State House. Afterwards, it'll head down Main Street to First Baptist Church of Columbia. The public is invited to pay respects along the procession route. News 13 is your local election headquarters, and the filing period for the special Republican primary to replace Senator Graham on the November ballot has closed. The candidates who filed include his sister, Senator Darlene Graham, Congressman Russell Fry and Ralph Norman, former South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford, and former Myrtle Beach Mayor Mark McBride. Early voting will happen August 5th through the 7th, with primary day on Tuesday, August 11th. The winner will face Democrat Dr. Annie Andrews in the November general election. President Donald Trump wants the Senate Republicans to scrap their months-long August recess until they pass the Save America Act, his controversial election security bill. Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley is in D.C. with the details.
And Senate leadership has already been clear with President Trump that legislation has almost no chance of passing. President Donald Trump is laying the pressure on Senate Majority Leader John Thune.
Just got to get his job done.
The Senate is slated to head out of town at the end of next week for their August break, but President Trump says not so fast.
The SAVE Act has to be done. They shouldn't leave town. I'm not going to stop them from doing it, but they should get the SAVE Act done.
The SAVE Act the president is pushing for would require a government-issued ID to vote and proof of citizenship to register to vote. Critics say it would make it harder for millions of Americans to cast ballots, in particular married women and minorities. The president even wants the Senate to blow up the filibuster to pass his agenda.
If you don't terminate the filibuster, only bad things will happen.
Senator Thune says the SAVE Act doesn't have the votes to pass. No Democrats favor it, and enough Republicans are opposed to tank the bill.
The SAVE Act is dead on arrival in the Senate.
Political experts say the president's hands are more or less tied.
He hasn't had as much power when it comes to trying to strong-arm the Congress into changing its rules.
The Senate also has to confirm presidential nominees, pass a budget, and consider a new Russia sanctions bill. And few senators want to stick around Washington after next week. It's worth noting the Senate hasn't skipped an August recess during an election year since 2018. Reporting in Washington, I'm Trevor Shirley for News Nation.
A Columbia man will spend the next several decades behind bars for a string of violent robberies in Myrtle Beach last year. 19-year-old Asa Price was sentenced to 20 years in prison on robbery, burglary, and kidnapping charges. Authorities say Price and 3 others went on a violent 2-hour crime spree last May. It started with an armed robbery in the parking lot of the Hampton Inn at Broadway at the beach and continued north along Ocean Boulevard. Co-defendants Kahari Simmons and Alana Clark Anderson had already pleaded guilty to accessory charges for driving the 2 men around. They were sentenced to 5 years each. Charges for another man, Drayvon Kennedy, are still pending. A welfare check in Myrtle Beach has now become a homicide investigation. The Horry County Coroner's Office says police were called to the Greens Boulevard home of Janelle Leone last week for the check. Once there, officers found Leone dead from a gunshot wound. We're told the woman was originally from Jamaica. No word this morning on any arrest, but police say a person of interest has been identified. You can count on News 13 for updates.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
The time is 12:07 on your Tuesday afternoon, and we do have stop-and-go traffic up and down 501, mostly at the major intersections, and also on 17 right before it splits between Murrells Inlet and Garden City. Some slower travel there. Few live looks outside, decent amount of sunshine, of course. You have 501 down below, decent amount of activity, and then a little bit less eventful over Little River. Can see the breeze, though, on the right side of the camera with the trees swaying back and forth, but no big delays except around Coastal. That's double what it normally is at 12 minutes. Interstate travel is clear as well. No reported accidents, and a live look near Sumter Street is still sunny. There's currently no rain on radar. The drive time for downtown Florence is 8 minutes from Palmetto to I-95.
Hannah, thank you. And happening today, Santee Cooper customers can weigh in on a proposed rate hike. The numbers break down to a 4.7% average increase for residential customers in 2027, and then another increase in 2028 of 4.6%. Tonight's meeting will start at 6 p.m. at the HG Office Auditorium on Gardner-Lacey Road in Carolina Forest. There will be a final meeting on August 31st. Socastee High School has named a new principal. Dr. Shauna Schubiger has served as principal of Socastee Elementary School since July of 2022. The district says she will transition to her new role at the high school as soon as possible. Reggie Gaskew, a retired principal with Horry County Schools, will act as interim principal at Socastee Elementary until a permanent principal is appointed. The first day of school for Horry County Schools is Wednesday, August 19th. The McLeod Health Florence Open Tennis Tournament is back in the PD. It's happening at the Dr. Eddie Floyd Florence Tennis Center. The event features a 32-draw qualifying round, a 32-draw main round, and a Pro-Am event. It's the only professional tennis tournament in Florence.
They do have a couple of high school tournaments every year. They've got several high-level junior tournaments and local-level junior tournaments here. Plus, with this pro circuit, you know, there's always potential to bring more events here and higher level tournaments, especially with the expansion that this facility is getting ready to undertake.
Matches will be held daily throughout the week at noon. Doubles finals and singles semifinals are scheduled for this Saturday. The single finals will be held on Sunday, and all matches are open to the public. Still ahead with the new school year starting soon, some university students at the nation's capital are facing challenges after an issue with enrollment. Details after the break.
Sunny outside currently, and we do have a heat advisory in effect, but in the next couple of hours the focus will switch to tracking severe weather. We'll have details on that after the break.